Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how 90 Day Fiancé's Big Ed gets shot during date in Mexico. Let's get right into it. Big Ed hinted at a terrifying circumstance during an appearance on 90 Day Bears All in October, which fans may recall. At the time, the 90 Day Fiancé star couldn't say much, although he did tell host Sean Robinson that he had been shot in another country. He teased that it will be surreal, action-packed, and absolutely packed of both sadness and laughter. On the new episode of 90 Day The Single Life, that moment actually happened. 90 Day Fiancé star Big Ed Brown is currently starring in 90 Day The Single Life, and the new episode, he travels to Mexico for a first date. What seemed to be a promising date with a woman named Kaori turned shocking as shots rang out and they had to run for cover. Big Ed met Kaori through a mutual friend and immediately felt a connection, despite the fact that they had simply texted and had yet to meet. Kaori, according to the 90 Day Fiancé star, was not like his ex-girlfriend Rose, who dumped him in the Philippines. Ed observed that she was older than Rose and appeared to be more real. Speaking of the meeting, he said, "I know this feels super rushed, but I'm ready to get on a plane and go to Mexico and meet her," adding, "There's always a danger and a thrill in moving fast, but I kind of like it." It turns out Ed traveled to Mexico with his mother, Norma, for support, as she is Mexican and speaks the language. He did, however, make sure to book different rooms so he would have privacy if things with Kaori went well. Ed admitted that he was concerned about a few things, including the fact that Kaori, like him, is a single parent who is close to her son's father. The TLC reality star told the cameras that his mind was racing about 100 miles an hour. He worried that Kaori wouldn't like him or that her son wouldn't like him. Ed asked, "What if her ex-husband wants to beat me up? I mean, there's 1,000 things racing through my mind, but I'm going to stay calm by just breathing." Ed explained that when he went to the Philippines to meet Rose, they had some chemistry at first, but the relationship was like a roller coaster and didn't work out. He ended up going back home alone. He said, "So I'm kind of freaked out because I don't want to make the same mistakes I did with Rose, and I don't want to get my heart broken." Big Ed stated he was just going to be himself and hope for the best for the date, and that he was wearing his lucky underwear and socks. However, it began to rain on his way to his date, and Ed began to assume that this was a sign. Despite this, when he met Kaori at the restaurant, they gave each other a warm hug. She told the cameras how nervous she was to meet Ed and that she didn't have any expectations. In fact, Kaori said her first impression was that his red shirt matched his red skin. "Red like flame," she told the cameras, laughing. It turns out Ed and Kaori shared a sense of humor about their language barrier, and he gave her a spiritual gift that he had bought from a mystic shop in San Diego, California. Ed told the cameras that with both Rose and his former girlfriend Liz, he had definitely tried to impress them with money. However, with Kaori, she would have seen right through him if he tried to buy her a Gucci handbag and would feel offended. Ed believed the mystic rocks he bought her had more meaning as she is a spiritual person. While everything was going well between them, Ed and Kaori's date was rudely interrupted. Two women in the background could be heard telling the cameras to cut, just as loud shots rang out. Kaori, Ed, and the 90 Day The Single Life cameramen and producers ran for cover, with Kaori exclaiming, "Oh Jesus Christ, it can't be!" As she said a prayer. Sirens could be heard in the background. As 90 Day Fiancé fans know, in real life, Ed is now back with Liz and they are officially engaged. Throughout the program, the two had a number of awkward interactions, leading many viewers to believe they wouldn't last. Ed and Liz finally separated ways after much controversy and drama, and many were glad for them. Surprisingly, the couple reconciled by the time Ed appeared on season 2 of 90 Day The Single Life. During an interview, the 56-year-old reality personality said that Liz suffered from severe depression following their divorce and that he began counseling to address his issues. When Liz reached out to Ed after his dog, Teddy, died, he reconciled with her. The couple went on a dinner date before getting engaged the next day. While Ed and Liz are pleased with their decision to reconnect, many fans of 90 Day Fiancé believe they are fame-hungry. However, it seems like Liz and Ed are actually very much in love. 4 months after their engagement, the couple is still together and looks super happy. The 29-year-old shared a sweet photo with Ed on Instagram. She captioned the picture as, "Every day he asks me if I love him, and the answer is yes. Every day he asks me if I am happy, and the answer is yes. I hope this fairy tale never ends." That's it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on any future content we'll produce for you guys. We're signing off now, but we will be sure to catch you all in the next one.